to start? Obviously, we met in the party of the Fox, well, the TDG coffee party, and you told me about your barber shop, the thing that you are trying to do now, also with luxury watches and things like that. And but my question is, what do you what motivated you to start with barbershop? It's something that I hear more times also here, and I see that there's like a few franchises or chains of barbershops around the Philippines. What motivated you to start on that industry?
Right. So, to be clear, bro, my barbershop's not really that big yet. Oh, we have plans of making it bigger. You know, try to branch out more, own more stores, maybe do a franchise for the store. But if the question is what motivated me, since I was young, I started a barbershop around 23 years old. 23 years old. And my main thought right there is that I want to start a business. Just basically simple. I wanna start a business because well back when I was still a kid, I really wanted to start a business. Maybe it's from the upbringing of my mom. My mom is also a businesswoman, so maybe that influenced me to start a business.
What
So
business or what's she doing? As
Basically, we sell chickens, bro. Plain and simple. We sell chicken.
yeah, really?
Yeah.
but not the live ones. It's more of the dressed chicken. You know, the one that's ready to serve.
Yeah.
Just cooked chicken.
So you are a provider of the meat. You are not the producers of the chickens. You're not the
Yeah, provider of the meat. Yeah, we distribute chicken. We sell chickens, and I like that, and that inspired me to start a business. So my mindset back at that time was, I need to start a business as early as possible so that I could learn as soon as possible. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Why barbershop? Like, is something that connected to your family or someone that you met, or
It's one of my close friend. It's the two of us in the farmer shop. So we're both partners. He's very passionate about barber shop, and then me, I'm very passionate and doing business. So we combine that two, and then there you go. That's the barber shop.
oh really?
So I don't really cut hair. Yeah, I don't cut hair, to be honest with you. I have my friend who cuts hair. He does the marketing. I do the operation and basically getting the business up.
And what is, because you told me that then your partner is your friend,
Yeah.
and then you partner because he was into
Yeah, he's
hairdressing.
yeah, barbershop. He's basically a barber. He's very passionate about barbershop, and I just said, hey, you know what? Let's start a barbershop. It was
interesting.
back when it was pandemic. Yeah, it was pandemic.
Sorry.
No, yeah, 2020 started the pandemic, but somewhere in the end of the pandemic, 2021, there we started the business, this barbershop. So yeah.
That's very interesting because one of my friends that we were speaking about this, about the barbershop and everything, said like, hey, I want to open a barbershop also. I was thinking of doing a project around barbershop.
You wanna do a barbershop or your friend?
No, my friend.
Uh-huh.
And I said like, well, I mean, then look for someone that knows about hairdressing and is very into that, and try to partner with that person and build. And I said, no, I need to learn. I don't think you need to learn. I think you need to actually add value to the actual business somehow, you know. And it's very interesting because you are actually right now considering what I was thinking. Like, okay, you don't need to know how to cut the hair of the people. You just need to want to know about the business and be very passionate, as you said, about making that business. So we're gonna make this business work with this guy that knows perfectly how to do this, and we're gonna build it, you know. And I'm gonna help in these areas
Right.
that I add more value.
Right. In the end of the day, when you start a barbershop, you need to have someone who cuts hair.
No, sure.
And if you own a barbershop and you don't know how to cut hair,
Wait for the future, man, with the robots and things like that. I don't know how that's gonna work.
you need barbers. Yeah, the barbershop need barbers. In the end of the day, it's more of handling people. You know, you're handling people. You're barbers. You're handling customers. So in the end of the day, you need to be a people person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any business.
No, it's actually those businesses that are totally on the face of the people. No, but it's true. Yeah, you have clients. Everyone has clients. You need to be like knowing that you are solving problems of people.
Exactly. But When you said that you're planning to open that cheesecake, right?
Yeah. We'll go into that because I'm gonna ask you, knowing that you have built a business here.
Not that big yet, okay? I'm not credible source yet.
Yeah, and then you did it, and there's a lot of people that is just thinking about doing something that you already did. So that's the point. I mean, I haven't built yet a business, even though it's little. There's of the size of yours, and with the time that you have been done this one and everything. So uh, any kind of advice that I can get from this is gonna be very useful for what I'm gonna make, and I'm gonna ask you in particular for what I'm building. But one question before you started the business, you were working for someone else to kind of make money to be able to start the business, or how was, how, what was before you started the business? Like, what were you doing, and what was your life like, before you started your own business?
So I just graduated college.
Really?
Yeah, back in I think it was around 2018, 2019. And then it's famous here in Philippines, especially when you graduated college. It's called work and travel.
Oh,
Yeah, where college graduate has the opportunity to travel abroad for an internship where they could work in the USA.
oh, really?
I was in Missouri, stayed there for 1 year, worked there as a fine dining server. Was a fine dining server. I was in a restaurant business before. So it was fun. It was fun there. And then save up a little money. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Did you enjoy?
Thank you. So had the chance to save up a little bit of money and then went back home right here. Hit the pandemic. So they didn't really move that much because of the pandemic. What were you doing back in pandemic?
We were in Spain, my wife and I. It was very little before. Actually, we were very lucky because we were in long distance relationship until 2019. Mid 2019, she got to Spain on May, I believe. And
She went to Spain.
yes, she went to Spain.
Because of you.
Well, obviously,
You're that handsome, bro.
no, but obviously, like we've been like perfectly like 3 years, 3 years long distance, long distance, almost 3 years, like 2 years and a lot. And we decided like, okay, we cannot be doing this all the time, like someone needs to move. I think it's better and it's gonna be better opportunities if you, with her experience that she was working for 10 years in JP Morgan, like with Morgan here in Barbershop, okay? With the experience that you have and everything, I think it's better that you come to Spain and we look for opportunities in Spain, right? And I was actually kind of starting to move around the corporates and start to having my first sales jobs and everything.
What were you doing in Spain?
Well, I did like a lot of things actually because I started from construction engineering.
So you're an engineer.
Yeah, they call us engineer. I don't believe we're like in that level, like the engineers really study for so many years. It was like a change of titles and things like that. The thing is that I'm more in construction, right? And I studied in construction, and then when I was in construction, I thought like, okay, this is not nice at all. I don't like people. Maybe I had a bad experience. Maybe it was bad luck. The people that I work with and everything. And it was like, I don't know. I don't see the fun in this. Everyone here is bitter. Everyone here is mad. Everyone here is just not enjoying at all. They're looking forward.
What a good life.
No, they're looking forward for the fifth to end to just leave to their houses and waiting for the weekend and waiting. And I was not liking that. And because of that, I saw about people sell construction products in constructions areas, and I thought I could do like some sales. So I got in sales, and then I did another thing, and then I quit the corporation life, and I started to do my own business or getting involved in my own projects, with people that had marketing projects and things like that. And man, this is not about me, okay? It's about until today that we got here and with ideas of building something here. But anyways, you were in Missouri, being a waiter.
Yo. Yeah, waiter. Fine dining server, waiter, basically, and the same thing. Save up a little bit of money, then went back here in the Philippines.
They were paying well there in the USA. Well, I mean, obviously more than that they're gonna pay here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's better. It's better. There was this one time I got tipped, and it was like 40,000 pesos. Just for one customer. He was a player of a blackjack.
So that's why you're saying it was a fine dining place, no? It was like not normal. It was kind high
because
class.
they're serving steak and lobster, bro. So obviously that's fine. They have white tablecloth, I think.
Good customers.
Yeah, I mean, servers just like us wear necktie. So basically, very professional. So might as well consider it fine dining.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, anyways, save up a little bit money. Went back here in the Philippines.
With those tips, you gotta save, right? You gotta save.
Well, you'd be an idiot if you won't save that. So save up, then started a business, and basically that's it. That's it.
No, but you are missing some points. Okay, obviously you were studying, you did some job abroad to save, and then you came here, and then what you decided, like with your friend, you decided like, hey man, we need to start our own business, and we should be a barbershop.
Yeah, because no one was doing anything back in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And me, I was just working out. Yeah, basically that's it. So told my friend, hey, let's just start a business and see how it goes. No, and so far so good. We've been running almost 4 years now, so I think it's pretty good business. Business is profitable. And business is
For years is a lot now because most businesses close within the first 3 years.
first 3 to 5 years. Yeah, basically that's it. And then if you bridge on that gap, if you go beyond 5 years, I believe that business is somewhat established. I believe. So we're still not there yet. Still not 5 years, but hopefully we could, be on that.
I don't know if we can speak or you want to speak about numbers, but to have like an understanding of around how much you with your partner have to put to start the business. Like, do you need to rent a place, or how do you manage that part? And hire people, obviously, right?
Yeah. So basically, I'm the investor. I'm the one with money at that time. And he's the one with the brains, the skills, and knows the operations of the business. So obviously that combined, he got the brain, I got the money, we do the work, and then the business start. Basically that's it. Yeah.
Or how complicated it was to start a business like that, like getting a perfect place or.
Well, for me, it wasn't about finding perfection. Yeah, it was about starting and taking action. So as long as I start, and then once I start, I learn, and everything will grow and improve and be better. And basically, that's it.
The priority was like a start. It's like, okay, let's get just a place that is big enough, yes.
Because people, especially smart people, bro, they overanalyze.
Yeah.
They overanalyze things. Like, if I do this and that, this would happen, this would happen. They're basically doing all the just thinking, but not doing a lot of doing. The main point right here is to start, to take risks, and take action. That's it. Even though you're smart, but you don't start, you're still nothing, bro. Yeah. Smart people overcomplicate things. They think a lot, they overthink to the point that they get paralyzed and do nothing. You understand what I mean about that?
No, totally. I mean, the brain actually does that work, and even as you're saying, that when you're intelligent, what actually your brain is very good doing that job, is going to actually be more problematic for you in the moment that you need to actually, as you said, take steps, but you are overanalyzing every worst outcome that might come out of your action, and what is going to be the worst case scenario, what will happen then if that worst case scenario comes and everything, instead of just focusing on, okay, what do I need to start right now?
Yeah.
Not doesn't matter the outcome, like how do I get to this point now, like the closest one, no?
Exactly. You don't need to think. You just need to do. You need to do. Although, obviously you need to think, but the most important thing is just taking that leap of faith.
But
Especially you, the one you're doing right here. It's a leap of faith, bro. It takes a lot of risk. Takes a lot of balls.
what you just said actually is very similar to what is happening right now, because I was thinking obviously of that thing, like, okay, yes, when I do this kind of podcast interview, I need to choose maybe people that is doing something really really interesting, and then I need a good setup and a good place. Maybe I will need the microphones for this and that. It's not at the same time like, no, fuck it, like we cannot wait to have all of that, like I have the phone. I have the nice lens. Actually, that's very good already. Like for at least a good video. There's a microphone in this phone, and now luckily there's AI on internet that can actually clear the sound that we are doing right now and make it sound like we are on a microphone.
Really?
And take away the noise and everything. Yeah, it's amazing and for free. So it's like, come on, then this is enough. This is enough to start. If this
Right.
actually works, and people actually gets interested in knowing about your story, the story of Nick and Tom, and the story of other people that I am gonna start interviewing and having a conversation with, then it's proven that it's working. Okay, we will be improving little by little. Yeah, the setup, the lightning, the sound that start. Like
Exactly.
first started. But the question that I make, and I don't know if you want to answer, but tell me if you don't want to answer, and it's totally fine. I can cut that part. It's okay. But how much do you have to invest to start a business like the one that you started?
Not really that much. And not really that much. You just
But for people like maybe is watching and is thinking like, okay, do I have that money or can I gather that much money? I don't know actually how much money I'm gonna need to start a barber shop. Around, don't have to be exact, like around, like to be safe. Okay, with this much money, you are able to rent maybe like a, I don't know how many square meter local, start doing some renovation and hire some people and get going.
because for barbers, bro, for barbershop, you just need yourself, because it's a skills base, it's a service, so you don't need a lot of equipment or everything. I might probably say, if you're a barber, it's just one barber. You can start with even just 100 or 200 pesos per 200,000 pesos. Yeah, you could start. But if you're planning to hire more barbers and to have more chairs, obviously that's gonna increase. So I don't know, 100, 200, you could start by your own, but you need to be a barber for you to start a barber shop.
And if you cannot play, so
Yeah, right. Like you're not a barber, find a barber that you can trust to partner up with, so that you could go build that barber. Just one quick question, bro, and I'll answer the question, of course. Well, why are you doing this podcast? I'm here because I might consider you a good friend in the future, and at the same time, it doesn't hurt to know more people, to know people.
no, obviously, no.
Yeah, and then at the same time, I could basically learn something from you, and you could learn something from. So
Me for sure. Me, I'm gonna learn.
So you doing this podcast? Is it safe to say this is a podcast?
But you can say it podcast, yeah, right.
Podcast interview.
Yeah. Maybe we will come up with a different name and a different concept.
But yeah, you started this to know more people too.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good excuse, no? Like, okay, I'm starting. Actually, because my idea, and I don't know if I showed you, I started to document how we are building the business that I was telling you about the cheesecake, local cheesecakes, and put it on YouTube. For now, there's just one video, the first one, and it's about the first month, 2 months that we'll be spending here and what we were doing. I was looking for providers for boxes, the ingredients, etc. And now I want to keep doing that, keep documenting. I keep making videos, and I have to edit for the next video to launch it in a couple of weeks probably. Meanwhile, I want to also put videos of this kind of conversation. I know it's like episode 1 of the vlog now, and another one is a podcast or episode with, for example, Mika and Tom, no, from Fox Homes and TDG. Episode with Melvin from Kitcuts and the business that you are doing or you are starting to do with the watches and things like that, and just putting it out there for people to see these people, like for example, like if you see Mika and Tom and you see all the businesses that they are managing right now, people might wonder like, okay, yeah, but what is it? They were born with it. It's a family business that they just inherit or they started somewhere. For me, it's very inspiring. And I've been learning and talking to people how they started and how they thought about their business and what are the difficulties that they found the way and how they solved it. For me, it's very inspiring and I learned a lot, especially now that I'm starting my own business, very physical retail business, no, nothing digital, not a marketing agency.
Opening a retail shop sooner or later.
Sooner or later, yeah, I hope so. Yeah, because at the end, you need to sell the cheesecake somewhere. No, probably will make sense to have a place like this.
Right.
I don't know yet. But the thing is that I want to know how the people is building their businesses, how is their vision and how they see business, so I can get all the experience from other people as possible and have ideas, no, on how to actually be succeed in mine.
You mentioned that you're gonna be having an opening party soon. Or yeah? Am I invited?
Of course.
Yes.
Free cheesecake. You said it in the coffee party, you know, and I said like, "Ah, motherfucker, this guy, he didn't even wait for a second. They told you, no, yeah, I'm gonna do an event. Yeah, huh, you have to invite me. They said like, yes, motherfucker. He just invited me, though.
It's a bridge to know more people. Did you know that the coffee party that we went, I was just basically should be a driver.
I really, why?
Yeah. Well, the driver for those two girls that I was with, I was supposed to be a driver. Alex told me that if you could drive them, sure, right?
It's which two girls? The dancers. The
dancers, yeah.
The dancers. Oh,
Yeah, the one the dancers. So Alex told me if he could do me a favor and be the driver. I said, yeah, of course. That when I arrived there, I said to Alex, said you could stay a little bit, try to know people. So I stayed a bit and then meet a lot of people. That's what. Yeah. So I was like speaking to one of my friend who was in there, and then I met another guy. Then I met another guy, and then I met you, and basically I met a lot of people. So just trying to be spontaneous
I
and
would have loved also to have a conversation with Daniel, how he's doing here in the Philippines, you know, to manage his marketing agency. So here, you know.
we should do that.
He's in Manila now.
Oh yeah, he's planning to come back in Cebu though.
I don't know, maybe. I think I'm going to Manila in 2 weekends, so if I have time, I will text him on Instagram and I will try to have a conversation with him.
How about Aaron? Did you know who's Aaron at the party?
Aaron?
Yeah. Aaron. So basically, it's just me and Danielle that you've talked on the party.
Yeah, but who is this guy? Actually, I tried to introduce myself to all of them. Who is this guy?
Aaron.
How was it?
He was connected with Zoya. Basically, his brand and business developer. I believe so, or event manager. I'm not quite sure. Yeah.
One that was kind of managing that the video was live correctly and everything. I think I know who are you talking about, but I couldn't speak with all of them. Anyways, you're talking the conversation your way, but this is not. I'm the interviewer.
I'm sorry, bro. I got carried away.
So yeah, you started with your partner, and in these 4 years, and what are the most difficult part of actually building and running a business like a barbershop? You know, like what are the obstacles that you found and that you didn't expect, and then how you solve them?
The barbers, bro, for the barbershop comes with the name, so your main challenge right there is the barbers. So basically how to manage and have better leadership for your barbers. As in the end of the day, your barbers has a different thinking, different perspective, different life from you. So you need to know how to manage people, especially your barbers. That's the challenging part when it comes to the barbershop.
People
People, not just your customer.
is your main asset, right? At the end,
Barbershop.
yeah.
Barbershop is a service business. So, and when it comes to service, there's gonna be people involved. And when there's people involved, there's a lot of different perspective, different power dynamics. So you might as well be cautious and how do I say this? Just to understand people. Be better at understanding people. Before they talk, you already know what they're thinking. I like that. It's for me. That's for me, okay? Because if you lose your barber, let's just say you have you have 6 barbers doing your haircut, and then you lose 3 barbers instantly. That's 50% of the income that's gone already, because you only have 3 barbers.
Yeah.
And you have 6 chairs, and 6 chairs need 6 barbers, and then 3 barbers, let's just say, quit together at the same time. So you would expect that your income would be down 50%. And if you have expenses to pay, rent to pay, electricity, having a cashier, 50% is not enough for, you know, 50% of your income, then plus the expenses.
Yeah, because actually you are starting to build, and the structure of your business is already thinking that you are gonna keep full or as much you can full your barber shop, and without half of your barbers, you cannot do that, no? And then starting your cost is way higher than the income that you get.
Basically, you lose half of your operation. And that hurts, bro. If you lose half of your operation, that's gonna take a toll on the business. It's gonna be hard for the business. So, moving forward, for me, what I learned there is, no, be cautious with your barbers. Know to understand them. Be a better leader for them. At the same time, always be there for them. Because if you're not very attentive with them, if you don't take good care of them, sooner or later they'll be gone at your business. That's the most challenging part in the barbershop business. People.
To really manage all the team that you have there.
Yeah. Make everybody happy.
Yeah.
Especially if you're the owner of the barbershop. Even though you're not happy, you need to make everyone else happy. That's it.
Even though you don't have your best day, you need to go there,
You then
give your best face and treat your barbers obviously.
all the time, bro.
The best
Some
one.
days, you'll have some days that you don't wanna. I don't wanna go there. Too tired today. I'm sad. I'm depressed. I don't wanna deal with people in it today.
Barbers don't give a fuck how you feel. You need to just be there and be the leader.
And be the leader, someone like that. Yeah. That's it.
Makes total sense, right? And how do you see then your business then with your partner in the barbershop growing? Because it makes total sense what you said, no? Like the idea is now, like, okay, if this is profitable, now we know the operations and how this is growing and everything. Maybe what we can do is to expand, right? Right. And how you envision that part? By how do you think is gonna work out?
So right now the business is profitable. I could say that right now is we must focus on expansion. So for us to expand, we need to develop better systems and procedures in our barbershop, so that if we have another barbershop, the same culture, the same system would be following.
Well,
So what was the question again? I'm sorry.
how do you envision like expanding? No, like how do you think you are gonna be able to expand, or how would you like to expand?
We would like to expand by adding more barbershops. You own more barbershop, and if that's not possible due to liquidity of the business, then we might as well go with franchising. Or people would like to franchise or own a barbershop of their own. They could go and call us, and then we could help set up their barbershop, and they carry our names. So with franchising, that's the direction for barbershops, or even maybe release some hair products that would be a supplemental business for the barbershop. Yeah, so that's 2 ways we could expand the business: own more barbershop, and maybe develop products that we could sell in the barbershop.
That's interesting. That's something that I heard. And there's this woman is very good around businesses that, and normal businesses, as she calls them, boring businesses. Bob businesses. Yeah, and like laundromats and things like that. And she believes a lot on that. On, like, for example, if you have a laundromat, what you could do then is to add satellite little business, or for saying like side incomes. If you have a laundromat, maybe what you can do is to also sell detergent in your laundromat, right? Like get a provider and then sell detergent and get margin from there. Or what a lot of people is doing. People is waiting for their clothes to be washed. Sell coffee. Have a little cafe in your laundryman.
Right.
And there's people that is doing that. They need a cafe where people can just have a coffee while waiting for their clothes to be washed and everything. And next time I said what you're saying, like, okay, I have a barber shop. Why don't I then try to sell products that people will want to
Right.
maybe take care of their hair after they've been cut, no?
Yeah.
The barber shop is cutting. Oh, I see that your hair is a bit weak or whatever. You know, like, oh, you should try this shampoo also. If you do this 3 times a week, I don't know, it's gonna be amazing. But those kind of things, no, makes total sense. Like
Supplemental business.
exactly, it's selling products that are related to your main business there. And then knowing now what you're doing with the barbershop and everything, it was very interesting what you told me afterwards. The images that I'm seeing now in your Instagram about the watches. What is that all about? Like, it's just like a hobby that you have with watches, and then you want to make it a business, or what is it?
So with the watches, I do love watches. I'm passionate about watches. So I wouldn't start the business if I don't like the watch. So I tried starting the business. Uh, the barbershop wasn't that profitable yet. And then I had a motorcycle, a big motorcycle, And then I got bored of it, something like that. I don't want to use it, so I sold the motorcycle. And then I bought a smaller version of a motorcycle so that I could have a means of transportation. So I still have a motorcycle, but a part of the income, a part of the money that I got from selling the big motorcycle I decided to, you know what? Let's use this money. Let's start a business. So with that money, I purchased 6 watches, and with that 6 watches, it was a nice viewing, because I get to see those watches. Fascinated with the watch. I love the watch. Beautiful watches. And then one Saturday, I had 6 watches. 5 got sold in an instant in one night. So that got me hooked.
But the thing is that you decided to resell them.
Oh yeah, I resell watches basically.
You decided to resell those watches that you had, and they were bought like so fast.
Oh, because the initial plan was sell watches.
Oh, here, okay.
Okay, and if this doesn't sell, that's okay. I could use them.
Yeah, because you like them, yeah.
I like the watches, so I don't mind. So one Saturday, 5 got sold. So to me, it was like, wow, this is a nice feeling. Making money in an instant, just like that. So I ordered more and more, and then it's right now we've got more or less 30 to 40 watches. So we started from 6 watches and now with 40. So business is developing. It's good, and the watch business helped me provide for my family right now. The watch business helped me quit my job and then focus more on the barbershop and the watch business. Yeah.
What was the timing then? Because now you're talking about the watch business, and it looks like it's even before the barber shop, or
Oh, I had the barbershop. The barbershop was operating, but it's not that profitable yet.
because you were starting.
Yeah. And back at that time, I was still working. I was working with a concept call center job.
I didn't know that part. It was to tell me that part. That's important. You're in a call center. Okay.
So I started the business, then it wasn't that profitable yet, so I still need to work. And then I continued to work. And then while I was working, I was running a barber shop, and I was just purchasing the watch. And then to the point that I was doing work, handling the barber shop, and also doing the watches. Yeah, so to me, it was pretty hard. But I need to do it because I love the watches, I love the barber shop, and I still need to provide my family, so I need to go to work. So then they got fired from my work because I was sleeping at work, bro.
I mean, no wonder. Like, I trying to do 3 things at the same time. One of those is going to be and it was going to be the job. Okay.
Yeah. So, I got fired. After that, I said, let me try to focus on the watch business. Okay, let me see if I could sell this amount of watches, I would be able to provide for my family, and not go back to work. So I kept hitting those numbers time and time again. So to me right now, almost in 1 year, that I kept still hitting those numbers. So able to still do the business and not go back to birds. So
That's amazing.
yeah, I'm very grateful for it because I've asked, one thing I want to do in my life that I'm sure that I would be a businessman. And right now, last year, I'm a full-pledged businessman, not working, just making my own money. So it was it was a blessing. And it was a blessing and it was a blessing because I got fired from my job, but I became a full-time businessman.
No, 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 of course. Probably that even motivate you even a bit more to make work with the thing of the watches.
I need to make it work.
But it's amazing. Like, did you see that the watches business, watches market was going to be interesting somewhere? Like you saw it on social media, or you saw it from someone that lady buying watches that are good and resell them was going to be a good business. How do you know? How do you know about this?
No, I just started a watch business. It's because I love the watches, bro. It wasn't a trend. It was nothing. I didn't see someone selling it. I was just like, I went to the mall. I went to the mall, right? Like it was like SM or Ayala. I went there. I take a look at those watches, and I saw the watches. They were big overpriced. And then I tried to look on the internet where can I get watches, and then when I saw on the internet that hey, I could even get the watch for less. So I guess
Same brand, same producer,
yeah, it's different, bro, because it's mall price. Mall price, very expensive. So there, I started a business out of passion for watches. That just because I just wanna start another business, and from there on, everything just falls into places.
It's so interesting.
Yeah. When I got fired, and I've been selling watches, and then for 6 months straight, the business was good. I was making a lot, and I was making better than what I was expected. I was expecting, yeah.
That's so interesting. And how do you see that business? Like, are you thinking of how to actually scale it also somehow? Or what is the idea of that work? Because that sounds more like a kind of a business, like not like a company, more like a kind of business.
I'm the only one working for them.
Like, how are you seeing that developing? Well,
Adding more inventory, adding more designs, market the watches. And sooner or later, the goal right there is to own your shop. Have your own watch where people could view and see the watches, and sooner or later get into luxury watches also. But that's the vision, and that's where I'm putting most of my money right now. So all of my money.
what are we doing is speaking about barbershops. That's the also this thing, and you are actually investing a lot on that far also.
If you're a businessman, bro, people think that you have a lot of money. Although that you made some money, but a lot of those money goes back to the business.
Obviously, you need to reinvest always,
Reinvest on the business.
especially at the beginning.
Yeah. If you want to grow the business, you need to reinvest those money. So that's it. So most of my money right now goes to my business. That's it. And it's just enough to take care of the needs and have a little bit of fun, but most of it gets invested back to the business. You need to make those sacrifices. Delayed gratification, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally, totally. No, it's true, it's true. Knowing how to do that is going to get always better prices, no better results in the mid longer.
Right. I'm in the business right now, bro. I've been doing business for almost 4 years now, and I've started it on. So my mindset right there is after 10 years, if I kept continue doing business, where would I go? If I keep learning and doing business, where would I go? Obviously, I'm gonna be a better businessman because this is the field that I'm into, doing business. So 10 years from now, it will be worth all the sacrifices that you've made right now. It would all be worth it.